How's it going, guys? It's your boy Salty Uchiha. I'm here at Red Hair Kaneki, 2/3 of the Golden Triangle, and my Late Night Podcast. Check out that pound cake. And we're here to do Dragon Ball Super Episode 103 Anime Review. How'd you feel about the episode, sir?
Everything seems savage, even though it's not really his episode, but I don't know. But you know, Brienne was kind of impressive. You know, the way she kind of broke his bubble.
What's that? I mean,
still don't like it though.
Wow. It's because of that pink, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha. I hear Young Thug doesn't like pink either. Anyway, go ahead, man.
As far as Gohan's fight go, it's interesting at the very end because we get to see what the inside the pendant was, and apparently it's like a creature of that guy family.
Yeah.
And I feel like that, I don't know, like I feel like that's gonna have an effect on Gohan later on as the tournament continues. Cause I think he's starting to feel like guilt about what they're doing.
It's too late to go back on that now, though.
Should?
Yeah, it's pretty much too late now.
But I feel like it's gonna have an effect on him later on. It might even be the cause of his elimination later on.
Alright. What else might do?
That's a big ass bird.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of funny seeing Piccolo getting punched. I'm sorry.
Yeah, to do with the dreads and shit.
Some brown green violence, man. What's up with that?
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's the perpetuation of the circle of violence, sir, for all I really can tell you.
I don't know. That's all I really have right now.
Alright, well then let me hop in. So, as it pertains to well, actually I'm going to talk about the Rosie Goku fight. So, the fact that everybody's running around taking the Green Man's ability is kind of sucks, actually, because let's be honest, the whole scatter shot ability belongs to Piccolo, and the fact that...
Are you sure that the Green Man didn't steal it from them?
Green Lives Matter. With that being said, hashtag Green Lives Matter. The fact that you saw Piccolo do it, you saw Rosie do it, and you saw Goku do a variation of it, even though Goku's variation was kind of dope, where he just used the 3 large orbs to close her off, and then hit her with that one from the beginning. That was actually kind of fire.
That was cool when he catch him and then throw him back.
Him and Vegeta did the exact same thing in their fight during the Majin Buu saga. Some people are amused by the small stuff. It was alright. Like I said, that fight was actually pretty interesting, but it's very obvious that he wasn't in any real danger. It was like he was putting himself in bad situations on purpose. But I will say, for 17 to jump in and throw the field up at the very last second, just godlike, super godlike. With that also being said, though, it's very obvious that Universe 7 is trying to rally around what they feel is their strongest, their most important fighters, I should say. It's very obvious to see what's going on with that. You know, Piccolo was escorting Gohan. 17 had Goku's back. 18's kind of floating. Vegeta's kind of floating. And then we know Tien and Master Roshi are actually together. So, and Frieza's out there probably chilling with Frost plotting. So, there you go on that. So, very interesting sequence with that. I'm mad that Rosie just didn't get eliminated. They should have just X'd her out.
Hey, bro. The Knights can't help them.
Alright, well, let me talk about that shit. So, with the Shinkai of Universe 2, I understand what he was trying to do. That was a nice Game of Thrones reference that he put there. With all mains have knights and whatever, and then our Yardrak friend shows up and finally does something and whatnot, teleporting like, ladies, come to me, and they all bounce out. And then he actually eliminated someone from Universe 10, by the way. Most people didn't catch that, but he eliminated that one guy who had like the head wrap thing. He ended up getting eliminated. So our Yardrak friend is obviously not completely useless, but they buried him early. The way I felt, like they buried him super early, having Khalifa just basically boot him out of the situation. But it's neither here nor there. moving forward from that.
Oh. Gowatsu.
Yeah, I'm not ready to get that far. But, I mean, it was kind of... Might as well, since you brought that up. It was kind of sad to see that happen and whatnot. And I understand that, what was the dude's name that he was depending on? The guy that Gohan was fighting. I can't think of his name right now. My bad.
Opening.
Yeah, opening. Like, his ability was kind of cool. So, like, as Kaneki, I'm sure, will eventually get to say later on, don't be surprised if you see that be worked in later on. But the ability to sit there and split his spiritual energy like that and use it in flanks and use it on feints and stuff like that, so people can't really read where he's coming from. It seems like such a very simple technique, but yet it's brilliant in its own way. And it's a secret technique, right?
It's a secret energy technique.
Oh, secret energy technique. So
technically anyone can learn it if they understand the fundamental of it.
Yeah. So that might be cool to see somebody later on use it. The fact Gohan's counter to it, as rather brutal as it was, I understand why he did it that way. But I also agree with Whis saying that the longer he takes that type of abuse, then the more damage he's going to sustain later on down the line. But and actually, on the fly, he didn't have a real answer for it, so he kind of had to go about it that way. At the same time, the more the guy used it, the more the energy was going to drain on him. So it was kind of a catch-22. It almost turned into a war of attrition, really. But Gohan came out with the win with that. As for the pendant, like I said, Uzumaki here thinks that it'll come back and affect him in the end. I don't think so, because all it does is reaffirm what Gohan's fighting for. You don't have time to feel bad for people, man. You really don't. Like, yeah, you better say that shit for Fairy Tail or something. Like, fuck the shit for McGivens in this one. You gotta do what you gotta do. So, it is what it is on that one. But, I don't know, you might be right. But, then again, you weren't right about that One Piece thing either, though. That wasn't very good. 28, 48, 68. I'm just saying, dude, you weren't right about that. Like, I don't even know why you even questioned it if you weren't sure. But, whatever. That's what he does. That's what these red hairs do. They hate. Next thing I want to...
I'm not the one with my plans been wiped out.
Yeah, Regular's not wiped out because I got Descendants.
We'll see how soon.
Wow.
That Uzumaki blood be penetrating in there.
No one watches that stuff now anyway. That's just boring. Anyway, with that being said, what else are we missing? Anyway, back to Universe 10. It was kind of sad to see that happen. I kind of like how they resided in their fate, though. Like, unlike Universe 9, that was doing a whole lot of crying and whatnot, Universe 10 just went out peacefully and shit.
Gowatsu went out like a champ.
Yeah, he went out like a G.
It's like it's right opening. I don't blame you.
That's not even... Yeah, no, he did say he did well. But then again, like, Gowatsu had already gone through a lot during the Goku Black arc, so it is what it was at that point.
It's kind of ironic that technically Gowatsu got taken out by his own savior in a way. Because Goku technically saved him from Black.
Right.
But then Goku's son is the one that ended up...
That is actually rather ironic now that you think about it.
Yeah.
I never thought about it that way. I'm sorry, I probably shouldn't laugh at that, but what you gonna do?
And speaking of which, though,
yes.
I know there's people saying that Goku and the rest of them are gonna, like, if they end up winning, they're gonna use this Super Dragon Ball to bring back everyone, right?
Yeah, that's the theory. That's one of them anyway.
But what if it's not allowed? Like, if you think about it, the whole reason for the tournament was to balance out the universe. And if they're like bringing back everyone, it's just gonna end up undoing everything.
Well, interesting point. There are theories though that there's actually a couple of really good theories that I'll probably work on later on today. Actually, I need to make a couple of videos. But there's a couple interesting theories out there. One of the main theories, one of the most pervasive ones, I think, most people don't like it, but I like it, is the fact that this might all be just one giant test. And it's supposed to be for Goku more than anybody else. I'll talk about that further along in another video, but that's one of the theories. But as for the balance situation, even if that's the case, you're only going to have 5 universes after everything's all said and done. The 4 that got excluded plus the one that's supposed to win this tournament. So in actuality, it's still uneven. It's still unbalanced, if to push that even further. So you still have that. I guess one of the points that I was going to make, I'm sorry, was the fact that Universe 10 being eliminated didn't give me the same type of impact that it did with Universe 9. Maybe because I was shocked that Universe 9 really, got bodied and got out of there. But, like, when it hit me with Universe 10, I wouldn't say I was desensitized. It was just like, wow.
It's how early Universe 9 was coming out. Think about it. Because so far it's only been 39 minutes. No,
there's
only been like 10 minutes.
It's been 11 minutes. There's 37 minutes left. Yeah. But keep in mind, though, too, we're down to only 48 fighters, too. So
yeah, I mean, if you think about it, Universe 9 kept taking out what? Probably at the 5-minute mark? Not even.
Yeah, but then again, that's kind of what happens when you put all your eggs in the basket and going after Universe 7. But then again, we all knew that was going to kind of be their motive anyway. And since they were the lowest rank, it almost made sense for them to be eliminated. It's just I wasn't expecting it. Like, I really thought they were going to sit on the sidelines until everybody was done. And then they were going to do it, or something along those lines. I wasn't expecting what happened.
That's going to be Universe 4.
Maybe. That's probably. But, I mean, granted, though, too, Universe 9 got screwed anyway by Universe 4 anyway. Like, you know what I'm saying? Universe 4 was on that slide stuff, and Universe 9 couldn't pick up on it because they were desperate. But that's neither here nor there. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I'd like to add to this for speculations and discussions. Anything to do? All right, man. So, thank you guys yet again for kind of checking us out on this review, episode 103 on Anime Late Night Backdoor. We just introduced our Pound Cake Showcase. Hope you guys like it. And the first, I guess you say the first episode of that was the Mega Milk episode. I will probably do that twice a week, maybe, depending on the themes. Like I said, leave a comment at below in that video or in the discussion box of that channel, and we'll take requests. It doesn't have to be anime or video game related. If you got like an Instagram chick that you think is banging, go ahead and just put her name in the thing, and I'll take a look and I'll see what's popping with it. Hopefully, I'm not the only one that's stuck doing those videos, because that shit takes time and it takes a lot of research. But losing monkey helps sometimes, so I guess it makes it all worthwhile. Hope you guys like that, and I'll holler at y'all, or we'll holler at y'all for speculations discussions for 103 and 104. Later, people. Peace. I will say one more thing, actually, for anybody who's made it to the end of the video. As it pertains to the Yardrak, and as it pertains to the Namekians, they better have good showings. That's all I'm going to say. Because if not, they're just going to make Universe 6 look really silly. That's all I got to say about that. All right, I'll tell you later. Peace.